Hey guys, good morning, good morning. I'm doing this video because I wanted you guys to understand once and for all how to find the x-intercepts, the amplitude, and the period of a sine, and it could be cosine function, right? This was the exercise that we were solving in class. Y it's equal to -3 sine of 3x. Now, the first part it's actually pretty simple because we find the amplitude, which is absolute value of -3, and we find the period, which is the formula. It's 2 pi over b, and we know that b is the number that is with the letter with the variable. Yes, so at the end it will be 2 pi over 3. This is the period. Yes. After that, we must find the x-intercept. And I told you guys that for you to find the x-intercept, the period must be divided in 4 parts. Yes. So we are going to apply this little formula that we have over here that says pi divided by 4. So we have to divide the period by 4. We did it, and this is what we get, pi over 6. Now, yesterday we were just talking about which ones were the x-intercepts. And I told you guys this, and I want you to start using this. I want you guys to remember that the first x-intercept will always be 0. Okay, in this particular exercise, the first x-intercept will always be 0. Right? So x1, okay, I put here x sub 1, which is the first x-intercept, it's gonna be 0. The x-intercepts, guys, are going to be highlighted in blue, so you guys see that those are the x-intercepts. So our first one is 0. Now, our second x-intercept, remember that I was telling you, right, that for you to find all the intercepts, we must add the first intercept we got plus the intercept that we got when we divided by 4, when we divide the period by 4. Yes, so in this case, my next intercept, which is going to be actually the first one, but it will be like x1.1, let's say. I got it from adding 0 plus pi over 6, which is equal to pi over 6. That's where I got my first, let's say my first x-intercept. Now, how is it that I'm going to find my second, let's say my second x-intercept? Very easy, guys. The process is going to be very repetitive. We're going to repeat the same process. We're going to add my previous intercept, which is pi over 6, plus the answer, or in this case, the result I got when I divided my period by 4, which is pi over 6. That's why I put it here in red, so you guys see that that's gonna be the number that we're gonna be adding in all cases. Yes. So we do that. We know that pi over 6 plus pi over 6, it's gonna be equal to pi third or pi over 3. Yes. And how do we find my other x-intercept? Very easy. We're going to repeat the process. Pi over 3 plus, and I have it here. We did it together. Pi over 3 plus pi over 6. You don't have to have a calculator. It's not necessary for you to have a calculator. I show you how to do it manually. So in this case, guys, we add, and the result we get is pi half or pi over 2. That's my next x-intercept. And my final x-intercept, remember that I'm going to stop once I find my period. And in this case, my period it was 2 pi over 3. Yes, so I need to find my period. I can continue if I want to, but I'm going to stop in my period. So for us to find the next x-intercept, then again, look, I'm going to put the previous intercept, this one, my previous intercept, and I'm going to add my first, a way of saying it, the number I got, this number here, the number I got from the division of my period and 4, which is pi 6. And here we have it. The answer at the end, it's going to be 2 pi over 3. Got it? 2 pi over 3. Now, I wanted you guys to have this clear. This is how we find the x-intercept. And I'm showing you this because I don't want you guys to be, dependent on GeoGebra. You guys can do can easily do this by yourself. Yes. So everything that we have in blue, everything that we have here in blue are the intercepts or the values in X. Yes, all of those things are the values in X. Now here comes the part that it was a little bit tricky. Okay, and as you guys can see, I made some changes and I want you guys to do them as well. We do the chart, the famous table of values in which we give values to X and we give values to Y, and we have the function in the middle. So which values are you guys going to give to X? The values that you guys are going to give to X are the intercepts that we found on top. Yes, 0, pi over 6, pi third, 2 pi third, etc. And I'm going to write them down here. Yes, I have them here. I have the same exact values. Now, here is the part that I want you guys to be ready with your calculators. Yes, and this is exactly what we're going to do. The first one, it's already done. The first one and the second one are done for you. We're going to substitute the value of X. As you guys can see, the X is here. So I'm going to substitute the variable, and I'm going to use the variables that I found above. Yes, so in this case, pi 6. Well, the first one is 0, remember. So if you do this in your calculator, -3 times sine of 3 times 0, it's going to be 0. Yes, that's going to be 0. So the answer that we get at the end is 0. Now, attention, concentration here. Be ready with your calculators. I wrote it in a way that I want you to do it the exact same way in your calculators. You guys are going to open a parenthesis. You guys are going to put the -3, this one. Yes. You guys are going to open double parenthesis. Yes, double parenthesis. And you guys are going to put sine. And then you open one parenthesis and you put 3 times, in this case, remember that is 3 times X. Yes. And my next value of X, it's pi over 6. All right. Once you guys do that, the answer, it's going to give you -3. So we put it there. We put the -3 over there. Good. And we repeat the process with the next X value, which is pi over 3. So I want you guys to do it with me. Y, it's equal to, I open a parenthesis, -3 times double parenthesis, sine, parenthesis, 3 times. In your calculators, you can put like the times, you know, it's okay. I'm going to put just the point. Pi over 3. And I close double parentheses. Yes, I'm going to do it here in the calculator. Okay. And I want you guys to do it as well. -3, double parentheses, sine 3 times pi over 3 or pi third. And I double close parentheses. The answer that you guys are going to get, it must be 0. 0. Okay. Just one thing I'm going to tell you. Your calculator must be in radians. Okay, we talk about this. The calculator must be in radians, not degrees. And we repeat the same thing with the other two values. Okay, y, it's equal to -3, double parenthesis, sine 3 times pi half, and I double close parenthesis. If we repeat that, the answer, I'm going to do it here in my calculator. The answer must give you 3, +3. So we put it here, look, 3. And we finally get to the period. So we do the same exact thing. Yes, double parenthesis, sine, parenthesis 3 times 2 pi over 3, and double close parenthesis. Do it. And tell me what you get. At the end, you must get 0. So I'm going to put it here. So I finish with my table of values. Yes, I just finished with my table of values. So what is it that I'm going to do next? Graph. Mister, what am I going to graph? The order pairs. These ones. Look, 0, 0, pi over 6. -3, pi over 3, comma, 0, pi half, comma, 3, and 2 pi over 3, comma, 0. Remember that the first values are going to be in x and the other values are going to be in y. Yes, so this is exactly what you guys are going to graph. And as you guys can see here, I have a graph. I have the Cartesian plane here for you to graph. So the first one is going to be 0, 0, so 0, 0 here. Yes, the other point is going to be, oh, and by the way, I'm going to divide the x into the x-intercepts. Which x-intercepts? These ones I found here in blue, or the same I have here. All right, so I'm going to say that this one, it's going to be pi over 6. This one is going to be pi half, pi third. This one is going to be pi half. And this one is going to be 2 pi over 3. Yes? Now, let's continue graphing. I'm going to graph with green. My second point, it's pi half, comma, -3. So it's going to go all the way down here. My next point is pi third, comma, 0. So it's going to be here. My next one is going to be pi half, comma, 3. So it's going to be all the way up. Wait, let me move this a little bit. So it's going to be all the way up. So it's going to be pi half, comma, 3. It's going to be here, pi half, comma, 3. The other one is going to be, and the last one is going to be 2 pi over 3, comma, 0. So it's going to be here. So at the end, of course, you guys can do it better than me. I'm going to go down here, and then I'm going to go up. No, you guys definitely can do it better than me. I will try to do my best. Let's go down here. Okay, and then we go up all the way here, and then we go down again. Yes, and we have the intercepts. I'm going to point the intercept with black. This is an intercept. This is another x-intercept. This is another one. This is the other one, and we finally got the period. Okay, so this is exactly what you guys are going to do with the assignment. Remember the odd ones. I'm going to leave this video here in the channel so you guys can watch it and watch it all over. Remember to thumbs up, subscribe, and you can share this with your friends. So guys, sayonara.